Alright, mama makwaba abodi asempa TV. Aya musomfo odi asempa ne. Twedi ampon abie kwan ne emienu ye hwe ye ho de, megidi se oho eye. Saa nso na me so me ho eye. Abusua ene ye bedi nkomo, ye di nkomo so ana ye Ghana ho enkomo. Abusua obekai se brebi mi posti video bi about Black Rasta na oka ensem bi de afa Nana Kwame Bediako eho. This time around se obi biara na a oda so eje Black Rasta edi no sebi o na saa nipa no o adwemu how ebi obisa won se adenti na America saa asem no o de before ansa na meko ni enti America saa asem no yentie asem a okafa Nana Kwame Bediako eho video no video a ewa efa kakra bi na mebo e de a show me ye ho reaction into betumi akọ channel no eso na wakopesa video no ahwe o de ehwe asam a okafa Nana Kwame Bediako ehun na efe no memechro ne enti America se apt na oda so di Black Rasta echi a na sebi o adwem ha no ebema wate mase.
Now check that a fraudulent, confused Pan-Africanist. Ya say a very handsome guy like that when he first came no. I liked him. Say Pan-Africanist and now all I can say some like big things about black people, moving black people from where to where. I was so interested in him. But Anchebia who said, way or lacking maturity, first and foremost. Two, he's not smart in the head. And thirdly, so the educational background is very, very weak to the extent say he doesn't even understand what is happening amongst the people.
Yeah.
You need to grasp a proper understanding of this community, these are the nitty-gritties of the area. We're in a problem. How do I tackle that? Kakra. But I have a few people around me who support me, and already people know that I'm rich. The best way to rob the people is to tell them that we are rich. And to no, the mind far away from you say.
See abusia ensam a okan no me reaction ni bi. And that time no kra no. To be honest, na minim se sana Black Rasta or ye campaign kra edema NDC. You see, Black Rasta eyo bi a anka ebeka se ne nwom ene ade ene ninsem bi ema all respect no. And here is the case they came out and said sana omankasa ne yankofo bi a instead of say holding on to their dignity no yinya mo musika kakra bia na oma divert and ebasa na say ebi opeso obegu wanima ase a obe find way say miss na akwa say na down for now any a whole lot enye eno ene nkomo ebedi ebia mede sa video no beto description no comment section no ase wonum nti ubetumi akohwe no achiri. This time around wakoye bi but wagu ne ho anima ase papa enu nti na make sure say wo ye obi wadwen mu eda ho na say this time around still that we did Black Rasta echi na ne sebi wankasa o yare ewo wadwen mu ye beko akohwe sa video no enchiremu ni nyina aba. But before say ye beko message say na ne dey dike wa shi odi asempa TV oba subscribe to channel share na like invite afoforo na omeka abusuaku no se ne be ya abre ne abre bia ya the video foforo edit tuma nsa beka bi no ahwe efe ebia wo ye be ma o mema sem enkoye o de boss wa ne wa agye mu oba wo ho dadu ne how ebia wo de kidney infection na how and as a prostate enlargement na how nso a o de fa number no stroke asthma diabetes hepatitis B yare no edos wo kasa obobo so a adebe chem ewa hanu nyobe yanso obefa number na 054 330 4976 yendo ni pure organic herbal medicine external chemical bia enim abusia ebia mendikan ema okrio no on say ye hina ye ni Mdan and Mdan bia one of the richest people and as a successful businessman a work country mu omankasa use omusika and employ nkofo ahudo bebre Mdan one of them we na Black Rasta eba out ebeka say adan enchene eho asem na ye kan say Mdan edi ni tumi ɛhyɛ ɔno ane nsa ɛna ɛkɔɔ hɔnom o de yɛntie nsɛm a ɔkaeɛ ɛwɔ hɔnom yɛwie a yɛde emu nkyerɛmu no ɛde bɛbrɛ.
Mdan has not been around for some time now. Is he on a business trip? Or he has just decided to stay away from prying eyes? These are the questions people of Adan are asking. First and foremost, who is Mdan? This is Mdan, Dr. Macaulay. No, he's a businessman. He owns private jets. That's an enterprise known as private jet at our airport right here in Accra. And he's a man who has gone through turbulent times to be able to rise to this level. Mdan is his name. He has a lot of lovers and at the same time a lot of haters. He is the boss of Electrochem. And when we talk about Electrochem, what are we talking about? It's the biggest salt mine in the whole of Africa, as we have been made to know. Mdan is a Ga Adangbe man. In other words, he comes from Accra. He could also be coming from Adan, as he told the people. And he represents the Kole, aka the eagle, as his totem. He's been quite controversial in the past. Many people believe that he uses his influence to be able to get what he wants from politicians. There was a time, oh yes, the Trade Fair Center was in a big turmoil and Mdan was fingered in all directions as the perpetrator of that act of indecency. His name is Mdan. For some time now, he's been out of the business. He's been quiet, at least for some 1 month. I decided to find out exactly what is happening to Mdan. Once in a while, I speak to him. Once in a while, he calls me and I call him too. He calls me brother after our differences. And I love it when people call me brother. He has been installed as a chief in the northern region of Ghana. He's a man who is also into some philanthropic activities. Can I cut all this short and go into the story? Come here, my youth. You think a joke. My God have mercy. Now hear this. My brother, my sister. I went all the way to Adan, and what did I see? Something shocked me. The chiefs were jubilating. Why were they jubilating? They said Mdan came using government power, political power, to steal their salt land from them. We're talking about the Kole Lagoon. This is the sweetest salt you can find in the world. Over. And this salt here is spiritual. We have told the history of this salt over and over. But to suffice it, give me just 30 seconds to run it through. Watch this. Now, this salt was discovered by an ancestor from the Tekbebiawe clan of Adan. And he was called Nana Kwame. The first. Nana Kwame, my brother, my sister, was the one who went hunting. And when he shot at an animal, the animal was able to resist the bullet and ran into the bush. He chased this animal, hoping that it would die from the bullet wounds. But when he got into the densest part of the forest, he saw a woman sitting there. He said, I am the animal you shot. And I intentionally brought you here to direct you to look at this. And when Nene Kole raised his head, he saw salt all over the place, whitish substance. And he said, do you know what this is? Taste it. He tasted it, and this is the area. And he said, well, it tastes funny, but it is nice. He said, this shall become very, very important to your livelihood. This is for your people. He gave him a number of rules to follow, one of which will suffice this conversation right now. Do never let anybody monopolize the sword. Come here, my youth. Watch this. You know what happened? Nene Kole decided that he would let everybody get to know about the salt and that they should never stop anybody No race, no tribe. Anybody could go in and harvest the salt. It was for everybody. There are some other rules which we will not go into. But at the end of the day, Mdan had food monopoly according to the people of Adan. He had the support of some chiefs. And then, when I went there to do my research, some of the chiefs, including Libiwono, who is supposed to be the priest of the lagoon, you know what they did? They were pouring libation and enchanting, and also calling upon the gods to strike Mdan. I didn't like the spectacle because the kind of hate I saw in the eyes of the chiefs. And they claimed that Mdan was there to rob them of their property, traditional property. Well, some of the chiefs supported him, but there were some who didn't. Now, as it stands, it looks like a lot of the chiefs have gone away from Mdan. For what reason, I do not know. There has been so much violence in the area. Some people have been killed. But remember, this is not the first time somebody is being killed because of the salt. You remember in the days of Maggie? How many of us remember Maggie? Maggie, my brother, my sister, was shot and killed. Margaret Kuon. We've told this story over and over. The president at the time, J.J. Rawlings, had to fly in an helicopter and go all the way to the place to be able to bring peace to the area. It was at that point people were stopped from harvesting salt from the area, whilst a Cuban specialist group was brought in to look at the long-term solution to the salt issue. And you know what happened? The Cubans came out with their verdicts. Under no circumstances should the whole salt project, spanning several acreages of pure white gold, aka salt, under no circumstance should that be monopolized by anybody as contained in the traditional scripts of the Adan people. But Mdan had political will, and he also had the money, and according to him, he meant well for the people. He did a lot for the people and wanted to do more. In fact, the salt that is being harvested from the area has never been harvested anywhere around Africa and beyond. And Mdan believes that his business with the salt will provide Ghana with more resources, cash, than the gold and the cocoa that we are over-relying on. Is this true? Is it false? May I go deeper into the story? Come here, my youths. Watch me. Now, the interesting thing is this, and I always need you to listen. Some people have not been happy with Mdan. They claim he's a bully. So they have gone underground to pray, consult their gods. And when I arrived in Adan, only yesterday, they told me that Mdan is paralyzed. That the gods have struck him. I asked them for a proof. And you know what they said? They said they had their Asafutu festival. Mdan was supposed to come there. They had built a beautiful stool for him as a son of the area, and as tradition demands. But he never appeared there. He was supposed to also sit in a palanquin. The palanquin was empty. The stool was empty. And when they checked from the gods responded that he had been struck and he's paralyzed. How true is this? This is the information I have from the people of Adan. So, as a journalist, what do? I decided to place a call to Mdan. Come here. Watch this. I placed a call to Mdan. Number one, no response. Number two, no response. The third and final call also went unresponded to. This is very unusual of Mdan. Even if he's outside the country on business, he will quickly send me a message and say, yo, Black Rasta, I'll get back to you. I decided to speak to some people close to Mdan, and all they told me was that Mdan will be present when he is needed. Mdan is all right. Nothing is wrong with him. Well, I want to pray that it's all right. I do not want anybody to lose their lives because of salt. I believe every disagreement can be sorted out. And I went back to the chiefs of Adam and I asked them.
Abusia Black Rasta and on one say Black Rasta and Kasani Yobia. The way or be cancel obesi and narrative story no. On say as a musician and as a reggae artist. Na o use that tactics no and or the narrative story into no. Ebe account ama wo so anya adaje ayeden. Etie na afei no utie wie a o de wadwen besi sensam a okan no eye nokre but obekom akom no na wa deceive o the same thing no de ye Nana Kwame Bediako ebe kan Nana Kwame Bediako ho sam bebre no ayese na nadamfo ne na wo ye use and ofre Mdan ni ade. You see, sometimes aya enkofo bi wo ho no ma wo se obegu ho fi a obeye no ho se odo the same thing oka say na cheda ye na danfo na onkola nkofo bi koye cheda adwuma and cheda ntu omoka wantua emomo be ka kire no ene ade but me ankasa obi frɛ me se obrekum na waye cheda adwuma. In fact oye great man or a good man na one ne ye adwuma weneje into what kind am say really oboy also one nkofo bi na be ye no construction work bi o employ money ade na sisi akwa na omonya te nka se obedi o mampanyin no omo abese organize omo ho kwa wono ho aye campaign ade e de aman but ye kan say Black Rasta ebegina ya be kan say Nana Kwame Bediako ye obi a na oye na adwuma ontua oye arrogant any ade nti na all in the name say oye campaign e de ama other political party e also gu obi hu fi asem a enimo kwa na wo ka ato nipa no ebi na ori aye Mdan a no wo say fine enforce den wan no Mdan a yes wa paralyze you say wa paralyze ya ye hu kan ya ka sa yare na ye obi a wa bubu a wa te say wa ye bibi e wo ho no ma hu no Mdan ankasa aba abeyi no ho ano first Abraham Moshe ena beka na asem ose na danfo ba akokra efre ne kan sa asem tre na akọ ho a oye video call chere se Mdan a ye se oyare no ono nie very healthy wadi na aduane awie and this time around Mdan na ankasa no eba out one guy ekọ no honom a oposti ya wo chere se ono no so oyare no ono ogina ne na so a owo ne office a oye no activities no nti yenko hwe na as a journalist na even kra no say eye nokre say nya nokre ofuro bi na sa won tene kan does it mean say nipa no nokre say wayare anase say enetie and anka before so obeba out aba kan ho asam no e wo so unhu asam no pomasibre ansana even me kra na mekuta nipa don a me yenkofo adwuma mom edurumre bi a nyama bi a me ye ntino bi a be 1 week me ansa call bi a be 1 week me ansa call how much more a businessman na okuta a whole lot of workers. You see oman na ye wo mu na ankasa no ye appreciate great people eba enchene na asam na dia ho no ho nsam ewo ho no ma awo say ye kan te se ne aya na Nana Kwame Bediako kan no obia area a owo no resource a ewo ho no also nipa no or benefit from but Ghana there nhihye papa bia leaders na ankasa ni nhihye papa bia ma omo ho na omo atumi aye nhihye papa bi e de ama businesses bia ewo ye kan say regions no emu no o de yenko tie Mdan so asem a okan but before say be ko no mesro ye nua ba ako ewo UK o say dinokre catering service or you be a ban say wedding adore ana say pastries program bia o pesa wo ye bia an event no say o frɛ no obeba abɛyɛ wo event no ama event no ayɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ ne obɛyɛ answer obɛfa ne number no ɛna etwa gu ɛwɔ screen no ɛso ɛwɔ hɔ no ɔyɛ obi a ɔno nso Nana Kwame Bediako ho asɛm ɛda na akoma so ɔpɛ sɛ ɔman Ghana ɛfa ne ntoma pa efra nti ɔno nso ɛboa sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a Ghana bɛfa ne ntoma pa efra nti sɛ wo UK ɛne ne pattern baby a Ghana ha kra na apɛ sɛ wo invite no na ɔbɛyɛ o program no ɔbɛyɛ organize ɛdema wo na sɛ ɔmɛ serve aduane ɛmfa ma wo a ɔbɛyɛ bibia kama fa ne number no na frɛ no yɛnkɔ nkɔtie Mdan anaasɛ yɛnkɔ hwɛ no sɛ ampa sɛ wabubu te sɛ ne black rasta ɛkana.
Chama, good morning. I'm surprised. I'm surprised to see you in flesh and blood. There are a lot of rumors out there that you've been paralyzed. Some say you are dead. Some say you are no more. So I decided to pass by your office this morning and check for myself how true the rumors are. And here you are. So I don't know if you have anything to tell the people out there.
No, let me tell Ghanaians that they shouldn't be worried.
Okay.
I'm alive. And I'm strong.
Okay.
It's just a rumor.
Okay.
It's only God that takes care of us.
Okay.
No man has power over us. So I'm strong. You can see. I'm fit.
Yeah.
I just finished playing tennis.
Okay.
I played a 1 hour tennis this morning. And I'm looking okay.
Okay.
So Ghanaians shouldn't worry.
Okay.
I know how much Ghanaians love me. And my love also go out for them. Those who heard it and got worried. They shouldn't be worried. Right? I'm alive and very strong.
Okay.
And I'm still continuing the good things I'm doing for this country.
Thank you. I know you're a very busy man, so let me not waste your time. Thank you very much, Emma.
Ti abushia asam no ena da ho no. Black Rasta ese cheddar. Eye immatured and the education background no enye oninti ase ne ade. Ono Black Rasta na the education background ye wabo degree ene hwan no. Eno no. Se obeka asem bi a ewo se wo ye background check ye ansana se obeka waka. Oh, because MPP and me feel cry say because this Mdan no obi a ono so we ndo Nana Kwame Bediako. I quite remember the video bi cry me but nipa no ye na copyright that so no I'm a man to me and posting and me sign taking it down. I know ka say yes Nana Kwame Bediako the right person I say even cry e ba ne say on my Ghana ye dey to me at the manner obetumi amoma no amovi na ne okan nyina no ade a possible a yebetumi aye amana yeyi nti me ye sure class eno no kan obi na Black Rasta of fire pay waste and miss bi na ode a disgracing on ne dignity and okan no so no ye healthy and strong na wakobo ne tennis cra fe na wasare aba but Ghana there me say ye cherish greatness the bia no ye po bia downfall ni nya bi e de atwe no sere ne abasa Nana Kwame Bediako yo bia ono no ye say oye buburo kosua ne oba de na hira no no oye ne hwe ya enye yi afia hwa fi kwa de ono akeka ne say by this date no no me menjine ndi ene ye wonkofo bi ohonom na this time around ye nsoso omoso ebiem eno ane say ebi o ka bibia den ni abe make clarification me te say ne Abraham ben Moshe ne afia hwa eyi nsam bia in fact oyobia na mitie no I'm not saying say bia me betu ne for say ne oye onjai anase onto aso but me ko platforms bi so na nsam ahodo bia ko ho no me hwe na enya mami aden me pull it back from that platform simple nye nsam bia ayete say yese wo hye na wo dware wa woro ho na bodafo so ho da so no abesesa watale edwane ko na so pie na odi na chi a momi oni hu ne wa bodam nti sometimes obi ya there you just create the air then now call baby but unko to the extent say sa atemdidie basa ne sabio obase ene no ehun hia enti no near all no black rasta, there may be also what we do black rasta chi. If you say ABA or ye baby papa, I did ball man, la like a young phobia and a maniska. And one thing, kofo we mu young phobia, me, a be after me recently, but me momu say, me person me honest to myself. And the deities are me no man because me try anything funny biana me bechere me but me honest to myself and so they are and as honest to the nation na me nim say me safe abushia me do be see anom and any day you can watch you there some TV am so subscribe to channel share na like invite for more make can busia ko no e the video for edit tuma on sabe kan next month yes start a campaign from Nzema Kundum Festival no ase ye the born nkru na ebe start na e de akogu ti wadaroma say ye t-shirt and I'll bet me aboaye ama ye twabi ana se banner ana sika and I'll de boaya my number no go as you on 054 330 4976 Macron.
Ano kwamo mianka na awodi nipa pina ekwa tete mu pao amani pampempema wale agu odia sampa spiritual and herbal center awo wo mo yade se wo mbe mu wanya basisi a yade bi tse stroke gonorrhea anabama wale mre e wampamu low sperm count wo mo wano adro tatahwe ene je sam ne se sabane sunsumu nsama wo mo telete se ye sunsumu aware anasa yare bi ne yade amawo pampabone anabo ana wanya abai amane e court case wo betu charge osisi a enam omadwuma panti ni pampempem ene be fo bukofie ekoye sunsumu nyuma edemom samosini ene enzimani akabom dia sunsumu niama asie betu obi age wukunu anasa woyere awaresem adwuma sam akwantuom nsam ni nyina aya sumasem fabadan odia sampa spiritual and herbal center obehuyan of
New Koforidia ejoso ne konongo infinfin aye Ashanti region ehon ma number aye didi juma no aye 054 330 4976 and I say 020 134 0421 054 330 4976 and I say 020 134 0421
Odia Sampa Spiritual and Herbal Center. You big do us some amount.